All right. I'm going to tell y'all a story.
No.
Little story.
Not
Won't be
about the story. My hiccups just started
Is it
back.
about a guy named Brady?
Hold your breath. No.
Oh,
No.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, God.
Did you just hear everything happen to me at once?
Yes, and
you
I wish
did.
I hadn't.
Okay, so funny enough. Jesus, Elena. All right.
I didn't climb back up there.
I went up to Toronto one time.
Me too.
In 2000, it was 2002.
They have black squirrels.
Yes, they do.
Pretty cool.
I saw one actually. So
I also have
anyway,
Tim Hortons.
I went up there for WrestleMania 18.
Oh, rock on.
Me and my dad went there for WrestleMania 18.
Nice.
And it was epic because here's the thing, it was Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Oh, gold.
And it also had a few other things, but the one that, and it also had The Undertaker going 10-0. You know, it was like he hit the decade mark.
Nice.
So anyway, we were up there and we were in the midst of waiting around and going around seeing the city and everything. And there was a neat little movie theater that was there. There was a movie on. Here's the thing: in Canada, you have to be 18 you have to be 17 in order to see the film. You can't, in order to see an R-rated film, you can't be accompanied by an adult. You have to be You have to be the age or older.
Wow, so a lot less people saw Deadpool in Canada.
Yes. So interestingly enough, I was there,
I like that.
and there were two movies that we were able to. There were supposed to be three, but Resident Evil was there, but I didn't get a chance to watch it because I wasn't 17 at the time. And then there was what was the other one? Oh, it was Showtime with Eddie Murphy and Robert De Niro, which was okay. I watched it. I watched it later, and then there was this Clockstoppers. My dad was with me, and we debated back and forth. And I was just like, "Dad, we can go watch Showtime if you want, but son, I don't know. I mean, Eddie Murphy, I haven't found really funny since the Nutty Professor and all this, and I'm like, I get that, Pop, but." And he's like, let's just go watch Clockstoppers. They won't let us watch Resident Evil for some freaking reason. And they had people, they had two guards posted at the door, so I couldn't sneak in. Yeah, they were that adamant about kids not
Hire
seeing.
the military, keep our kids out of these R-rated movies in Canada.
God.
The Mounties.
Well, no, they probably was just... Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
those are the only words they were allowed to say. But anyway, we go and we watch this movie, and I proceed to go a little bit insane because even as a kid, even as when I was young, this movie was stupid to me. My dad and I walked out of this film. No, we didn't walk out during. We walked out after the film. We both looked at each other, and we pretty much said almost the exact same thing. Should have seen Showtime. Should have seen Showtime.
I don't think I've ever even heard of this movie.
What?
I heard of this movie. The concept I thought was vaguely interesting.
I did too. I thought it was interesting.
The execution, from what I understand, was not...
So, okay.
It's gotten worse as time has gone on, too.
Yes. Because
So what
physics.
you're saying is...
I saw the beginning of it a couple weeks ago and was like, no.
So what you're saying
Pick up
is...
and all.
Time
Give
has
me a
not been
second, y'all. I've
kind
gotta
to
grab
a
something.
movie about stopping time? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh,
There's a
you had
little
to get your
bottle.
brew bottle?
Bottle fell underneath the couch. I had to grab that
Okay,
real quick.
dude, I'd have cleaned it up.
Oh, I thought
Not
maybe
mine.
that would have gotten rid of your hiccups, but apparently not.
Okay.
Rage doesn't get rid of my hiccups.
So, okay. Clockstoppers.
Okay, sir. We know
Wait,
from
wait,
experience that doesn't work on me.
Wait. Damn
Nope.
it!
I
So,
told you.
Clockstoppers was recently reviewed by the Nostalgia Critic and Doug Walker, one of my favorite internet personalities.
Who apparently likes us.
He
for
does
some
like
reason.
us.
Money.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video?
There's a video?
Yeah.
Actually, let me show it to you. Hold on. Let me take this off screen. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Clarify, the awesome Clarify.
Oh, hardcore girl.
Went to a convention,
There he
Kineticon,
is, the hero himself.
and
Okay, it's recording.
Renegade Media Group, you watch my stuff, I watch your stuff. No joke. I actually love watching your reaction videos. I love you sitting on the couch. I love you laughing at it. I love your talking about it at the end. I adore them. So thank you so much. I really, really love your stuff. I'm not just. Thank you so much. Every time one pops up, I get really excited. So thank you again.
Since you do them all.
That's freaking huge, bro. What?
That is one of Nate's heroes. Senpai noticed him.
Yo!
I love Doug Walker, dude. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and to hear him say that to me,
That is massive,
just
Makes
man.
true senpai notice.
well, he's definitely one of them. I'd say he's like definitely top 3, if not. I got.
Yo, Doug, you watching this video?
Yes.
Bro, what's up, man?
Yeah, so
I'm
thank
super
you.
self-conscious about it. Like,
Right?
like
Because of all the
It's a
times
little
you've
bit
told him, you
unnerving.
said, oh, your transitions take too long in your top 11 list, dude.
Well, some of them were meant to be awkward.
That's
I think.
honest, though. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
if I was popular, I would want,
Dude,
like...
he's a critic. He
Yeah, I'm about to
understands.
say, I would want some, like, I honestly would be more
but
drawn
I
to the
want him
people
to
who are
like
like,
me
bro.
because he's cooler than we are.
Hey, be yourself, man. That's the best thing you can
But is
be,
that
bro.
Well,
hard?
except for Chico. I
No,
mean,
it's
look
not
at-
hard,
Look at this.
Deadly.
Gangster.
I want to hear really
Wait.
pickups.
Hard to like us or hard to be cooler than we are?
Why
It's
not
hard to be
both?
Are
cooler
you
than
kidding
Chico.
me? No,
Why
but
not
he's cooler
Zoidberg?
than us.
I
You
mean,
kidding me?
want to know both.
Oh, boy.
All right.
to say, Napa and Zoidberg,
attorneys at law. Catchphrase.
Of course.
Very
Anyway.
good.
Clockstoppers. No, we've already used that.
Anyway, let's watch the thing.
All
It's
right.
Clockstoppers.
We-
Our friendly
We
neighborhood
have gone
critic.
absolutely insane, and we never even got here.
I can't actually see out of these, so.
Yeah.
Here. Oh, this intro, yeah.
This makes me wonder if he's a fan of Tim and Eric. Because a lot of his, like, the intro.
He was out a
right
little
here.
bit. He was actually out a bit before Tim and Eric.
That
But-
makes me think of the New Adventures of Johnny
Johnny
Quest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
get too.
Yeah.
He actually
so
said he
good.
liked that show. He actually
Yeah,
said he
I
liked it.
love
I
it.
did too. I liked it.
Guy, remember it? So you don't have to. Let's talk about Clockstoppers.
Or let's not.
Yeah, what? Do you think it's gonna be a bigger introduction than that? You've been asking me to do this movie for years and years. What, do you think I was gonna be like, oh, this movie makes me so mad, I hate it so much. It's Clockstoppers. It's like asking me to get angry at Wallace Shawn.
Dude, that guy's a great guy, man. Look at that boy.
I guess I could.
Yeah, why would you
Frog
get angry
boy.
at Wallace Shawn?
It's inconceivable.
Ah.
Wallace Shawn
He uses
great.
that word.
Like,
I don't think
I
he
don't
uses
know
it.
this movie at all. Like,
The 2002 Nickelodeon film featured an idea that had been done plenty of times on TV, but never had an entire film focused on it. The idea of
classes
moving
are
so
great.
fast that everything else around you seems to be still. Well, man, I was kind of interested when I saw it was directed by Will Riker himself, Jonathan Frakes,
Yeah.
director of easily the best Star Trek Next Gen movie.
Yeah.
The film came and went pretty quick at the box office, but has gained a bit of a cult following over the years. Enough
Michael
people have
Behan
been
as
asking me
well.
for a long time to look it over. Don't get me wrong, there's certainly stuff to critique and make fun of, but I'm not gonna act like this is a get angry at the gods kind of movie.
So speaking of which, Critic, are we needed for this?
Yeah, I brought the chart guy suit if you needed it.
Well, I did have a very expensive sketch idea where you two fly in on a giant eagle of not caring, spell out in flaming letters why you don't think you should be in any sketches, and I'm just gonna assume the next time I look up, you two will have taken the day off. Yeah, I don't blame you. By
See you
popular
next week.
demand, here's Clockstoppers.
Yep.
So seeing how this is the early 2000s, let's shove down your throat what producers thought was the hottest trend at the time, spy stuff. Yet for some reason, Hollywood thought spies were the biggest thing for a long time. Yet I never saw any
Cody
kids or
Banks is
adults
pretty good.
really going that
The
apeshit
first
about
one.
The
it.
tuxedo.
Spies!
Possible's gonna say,
Tuxedo
"What's
was
the
good.
sitch?" I don't think
Kim
this is
Possible's a
the
good show.
Tuxedo.
The film
Oh,
opens
yeah,
with the ultimate
Kids
scam
Next
of
Door.
role, French Stewart, trying to get on a plane dressed as every suspicious killer known to man.
Yep.
I need a vacation real bad.
He demonstrates how a bill is turned into a law, but literally experiences pullback before he can buy the
That's a
person's
good
ticket.
pull there.
Thought you could escape from Inspector Gadget too, huh?
Ah,
It's time you came back to work, Dr. Doppler.
Dr.
And
Doppler.
again, seeing how this is the early 2000s, we also get to experience the 90s trying to die.
No.
In fact, there's so much of that in this film, let's just do a 90s slow death count. Number 1, bands that are supposed to sound cool, but sound more like whiny valley
Yeah.
kids with a cold instructed to clean their room.
Yeah.
Blink 182, yeah.
Come on, Mom, you're so lame.
Wow.
We get a glimpse of our main
Okay,
character.
yeah, I
named
gotta be
Zach.
honest.
Likes buying
Tom
things
DeLonge
from an
had
antique
a
store and selling them on eBay for double the price, presumably so he can get this car he has his eye on. Give him points for showing all that visually
that's some good
without any
initiative.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Deduct a point because it almost never comes into the goddamn story. Yeah, in the tapestry of the plot, this thread is literally the size of a thread. But his father, who's a teacher, is holding a car. That connects, right? At a point.
And along comes Eddie in his Ferrari.
Hey, come on, that could happen. Totally.
Dude, heck yeah, I'd give him a high
I
five.
already wish the movie was about him.
Yeah.
Right?
Nope. It's about Zach and his father, who's so involved with his science that he doesn't have time for his son. Yeah, that thing.
You remember Earl Dobbin, don't you? He's one of the best students ever to pass through here.
Freak who used to come over and eat all our potato salad.
Isn't he a freak? He's a little eccentric.
You know, Egon, this reminds me of the time you tried to drill a hole in your head.
Hey, that would have worked
Let's
if you
just say
hadn't
that
stopped me.
hypothetically speaking, it were possible to accelerate your molecular structure until the rest of the world seemed as if it were standing still. Cool.
Does it also have the power to mute the soundtrack? What happened there?
Wow,
Until
yeah.
the rest of the world seemed as if it were standing still.
All right, stop. Hammer time.
Can't touch
He
this.
meets up with his friend named Meeker at paintball so they can partake in zany black friend antics.
A biggie, a biggie, a go Meeker, a go Meeker.
No.
Biggity, big.
No.
Yeah, let's be honest, that cliché's never gonna die.
Nope.
So Zach gets the hots for a Venezuelan girl named Francesca.
Paula Garces. She's a very, very lovely woman.
I'll just assume that was meant to be taken exactly how you're taking it.
Yes.
Yep.
Sound like you just shot somebody.
Yes, not for you.
Ooh!
Maybe you need somebody to show you around.
I tried to be brave, exploring the town all by myself, when all I really wanted to be giving my love to the very first bozo who wants another time.
I know you're turning me down, but after looking at the script, you are gonna do exactly what you just said you're gonna do.
Do you have a movie like that?
Zach then goes home to
I
his
want a character whose
economically
powers he
struggling
just has the script.
to get by on the low paychecks they save on.
So Deadpool?
I'm just kidding. There.
More or less.
No.
You're so lucky you're an only child.
I think the real time stopper is in her hairdo.
Dang.
Counter there.
Good God.
80s.
80s slow death.
Back on track.
Oh, dang.
Better.
Hey, screw you, dude. I play guitar.
I'm teenage boying, Dad.
Yeah.
Wish I was a teenager.
Itinerary and tell in case you
I
need
never
to get in touch with
learned.
me. Have fun with your science friends.
Zach is still having trouble connecting with his father, which disturbs his mother, Julia Sweeney.
Funny.
There's more truth to that than you know. The two of them don't address this connection again until the last 12 minutes of this movie.
Wow.
I guess the best way to identify not having him there is literally not having him there.
That's a
But
good
come on, we just figured out how to do Matrix effects so much we can put it in kids' films. When are we going to be able to show that off? Well, it turns out Stuart is a scientist who's forced to use the time-hacking device to figure out how to perfect it for an evil government baddie played by Michael Biehn. The only man to die in cinema more than Sean Bean. In fact, even their last names kind of sound alike.
Yep.
Actually, why do we never see him in the same room?
Oh, man, Bean!
Oh! He's actually playing this role a little less goofy than he usually does, as a tortured scientist who's turning older the more he uses the device. In fact, it's actually Bean, the serious actor, who's acting a little bit more goofy in these scenes.
I sent him a watch. You idiot! I want that watch back.
My.
Those
Good
eyebrows.
Lord, you can use his teeth as a vegetable cutter.
Yeah.
Sucker's a killer.
I mean, I'm still waiting on some data from a friend.
A friend?
We can trust this guy.
Don't make me perch my lips like I'm gonna blow a whistle again. But even bigger troubles are afoot as Zach and Meeker go up against some bullies.
They're tripping on some bad
90s.
That kid's like
I said
2 inches
bullies. Can you two
tall.
move out of the way so I can see where the bullies are?
Yeah, like,
Look at
one of them's a full-grown
They're
man.
the bullies.
One of them is 4 feet tall, all of it
Practice
hair.
bullies before they go up against
And
the
the
real
other
ones?
one is
I'm
sporting the
positive you can
shittiest
very
dreads
easily
I've ever
kick their
seen.
asses.
Wow, they're real
It's like
bad.
fighting
going
Stephen
to-
Baldwin from Biodome and that
Yeah.
guy who ran Mondo Burger.
Wow! Deep
Damn!
cut.
Oh, okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever actually made a soda do that?
Well,
Yes.
there's nothing we can
That
do.
worked today, yeah.
He's half our size and he had soda. The
Can we
Geneva
talk about how
Convention's
he
very
has
clear
like
about
a
this.
gonna say-
pacifier
They
binky
seem to
like
be
on
hitting
his
Francesca,
neck,
who also
which is
appears to
like
choose
Yeah.
for
soda.
acid?
No, really,
Oh.
actually.
Kendall Jenner approved. Oh,
That's a perfectly good trash can. Don't be throwing students at it.
Best.
Particularly
Best.
weird line.
Best.
good
What do you
line.
think she said after the Kennedy assassination? Hey, that was a nice car. Don't go putting holes in it. Kids!
Yeah.
You know where they learn to shoot?
I know, I was hoping you could help me. Could you protect me from those bullies?
Yeah, basically.
Zach shows his thanks for helping him up by inviting himself over to her house where she says he can help her with gardening. Because she's clearly dressed for that. But
We have the same gardening outfit.
Inventions, mistaking it for junk, and takes away a watch that, you guessed
dress?
it, makes him go super
It's a
fast.
skirt, a
making
wonderful
everything else
dress.
seem
Jeez.
slow.
Hey man,
And
listen.
Be
for no
ridiculous.
reason.
Whoa.
Get out of here.
Let me kick your ass.
Those are actually some pretty good moves with this too.
Does over-the-top fake karate count? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
He thinks the animal's dead, but when he zaps out of
What is
time,
going
he's
on?
alive and well.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, this I don't need your help. When a threat's a brewing, you sure know how to wave your wrists and go eee! You have the badass qualities of a housewife from a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Actually, my stepmom does the same thing. She's like really macho and badass, but she
No,
hates
we got one, the
possums.
John Woo movie.
Woo. Gold.
Face
I
off.
knew it.
Discover They
Gold.
can both use the watch to move super fast, and again, to this movie's credit, they use it pretty much the way any kid would use it. Acting like little assholes.
There's that woman who's always giving me parking tickets. Look at her. She writes them before the meter even expires.
Let's put her in front of a moving car.
What
That
the heck?
I know what you do with that watch, Micah.
Make it so.
What? There's Star Trek in Venezuela.
They did.
There's only so far your first contact cred can go, Xanatos.
It's true. It's
Course,
true.
insanity ensues to the wrongdoers. Francesca's skirt almost gets us a PG-13, and they're
Damn
off
it.
to see their friend Meeker take on the bullies at a record scratching competition.
Yeah, 90s.
I can't believe we just walked into
28,
the
just throw it in.
20 to it,
Just
yeah.
throw it in.
Turns out Meeker really sucks at record scratching. So, why would you enter a contest you know he'd be awful at?
He really is not very smooth, is he?
Yeah, that's a shame. Now, DJ Beaker, that would be a jam.
Heck yeah.
Zach has an
Meeker,
idea,
how'd you
though,
get
is
out of
to
the
start
lab?
moving Meeker around in hyper time to make it look like he's doing a bunch of crazy dance moves. Tango Preguntas? The watch makes them move fast, not be invisible. If he moved at the speed they were showing, all people would see is a blur and his brain probably fall out of his ears. Second, does Meeker just think he's possessed? He's smiling and having fun, but I'd be like, the devil is in me! I'm the beginning of his evil reign!
Something is attempting to claw its way through.
Keeping him beat with the music
Into
and
his
they're
world.
moving at different time
And it's
lengths.
coming
Yeah.
through his ass.
Sure, keeping step pretty good. Fourth, those pants.
They're bomb.
No, that doesn't connect
They're
as
so
much,
good.
but
I want
you
them.
look like a midlife crisis on the lower half of Bill Murray.
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
wow!
I don't know
Cold.
what
He's dead.
that is. Nickelodeon presents what we're pretty sure kids are into. What do we
We
think?
think.
Yes. That is correct.
We think. Jesus.
I mean, maybe?
Yeah.
Focus groups, right?
rip.
Yep.
Yep. Dead.
Hey guys, just a reminder, C2E2 is this weekend in
Ah.
Chicago,
Oh,
and I will
hey.
be at booth 387 saying hi to everyone, so come on by and say hello.
What a cool dude, man.
What a cool dude, man.
I'd give him a 5 up on a 7, down on the 5. Means he's cool.
What is that?
Night of power and
No,
You
good
didn't
ass.
just say
Give it
words.
a moment. Give it a moment.
To be getting closer.
Oh, hello there.
You break the law with time control powers.
Hi. I wanted to kiss you.
Okay.
Yeah, that never happened.
Yeah, we kind of put that together.
Right?
No shit.
She acts on impulses. Run. Run.
Zach makes it home still in hyper time, only to find people have broken into his home moving at the same speed. Okay, does that also mean they're moving in hyper time, or is this just inconsistency number 72 now?
Yo, we about to go like Miami in this. Let's
I
go.
hope Gizmo's okay.
Are you kidding me?
Ha! While you were showing off, I ran away.
Wait,
Idiot.
that actually worked.
Yeah.
He comes across Stuart, though, who tries to get the watch back while also trying to escape the bad
The
guy.
effects are pretty bomb, though. This looks pretty cool.
Thank you for the goofy noise.
He gets
Very
away from
fitting.
the hospital he's put up in dressed as a cop, but realizes he needs help. Someone less annoying. That'll do. He goes back to Francesca's house, whose family's in the middle of filming an Olive Garden commercial.
Aw.
The Olive Garden Italian restaurant.
They're
where all the
Venezuelan.
rest of Italy is yours.
Yeah.
I know this sounds weird, and it's the last thing you want to hear from a guy after one date, but the cops are looking for me.
Again, there's some funny lines
She
in
acts
this movie.
on
This actually
instinct,
isn't
and she's
that
just
poorly
gonna do
written
it.
dialogue.
Yeah.
You read my leaves.
Hold you.
I can't let you go alone.
What? What?
Most of the time, you say weird things.
Yeah.
So, like she said, she's not letting him go alone. She's with him all the way to the very...
It's all over the car.
But they're abducted by Stuart, who once again wants the watch back, but faces resistance.
He looks like he's got a gun in his pocket. Is he just doing the whole, like, hobo, I'm gonna stick you...
Yes.
All in favor of French Stuart never calling a girl limber? Thank you. They take him to the hotel La Bleeding Eye wallpaper, where they try to get some
And
answers.
why are you...
Really messed up.
Why did you...
Get dressed in the bathroom!
Is that a towel, or is that just a really
I don't like the
convincing
look you gave
looking...
her. I think you should stay very far away from that girl.
Well, then I can just drop you off at QT. I'm sure Gates would love to have you back.
This guy got really good at investigating.
What?
Okay, that was a
Okay,
towel.
that
It
was
was a
fast.
towel.
That was a towel.
Can you fix this?
Why do we cut to a shot of her coming out of the bathroom? It's not a problem, I guess. Just odd.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's the description on the back of the box.
It's not a problem, I guess. Just odd.
So they go to an annual science convention to get materials to build liquid nitrogen guns to freeze anyone in hypertime. This convention is so popular, even directors make cameos at it.
Hey, there he is.
Saying, man, I wanted some Borg eye gouging in this movie, but it's a Nick.
Don't worry, it didn't gouge, it just prodded.
Let's step back. Look at our options.
Shut up! Nothing like him.
Oh, come on. I meant it as a compliment, all right?
I just want to remind you your connection with your dad is still a thing.
Yeah.
You can sell that on eBay.
Oh, and eBay, that's still a thing too.
It still is a
Still
thing.
interested in that car? Whatever happened to Meeker?
Oh yeah, me too.
Gear up in their Ghostbusters / Mario Sunshine gear and start
Ah,
freezing
yes.
other people in hypertime at the bad guys' headquarters. But they get caught and show that they've kidnapped Zach's dad to figure out how to use hypertime without aging. But when government agents led by the asshole doctor from Scrubs want
Ken
to
Jennings, dude. Ken Jennings, dude. Come on.
What has two thumbs, a funny voice, and still doesn't give a crap?
Bob Kelso.
They get in their intimidating black cars and rush the building. However, the bad guys decide to put the whole building in hypertime and kill our heroes. So Zach figures out how to do hypertime in hypertime. Or as Fry calls it, the 100th cup of coffee.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
The molecules are moving so fast, your hand went right through the table.
He's able to train. He's able to.
He's going
transubstantiate
ghost.
Matter.
So, how are we able to speak to you? Are you just saying things very slowly and being unbelievably patient with us?
Yes.
What a king.
Oh, wait, I've seen this. Demi Moore says ditto, and then he goes into the Close Encounter ship. It's a tearjerker every time.
Yep.
I guess fittingly, the hyper time goes pretty quick, and he isn't in it for very long, but just long enough to pull the lever to set them free. But Ian gets the drop on them. He
That was
sounded
such
like
a
a third-rate bully.
Little
The
man.
big bullies are just non-threats, and the actual threat is just a big bully? I feel like all the villains are just a few steps behind in this movie.
Yeah.
Little
But
man.
Stuart comes in to save the day, and everybody is finally reunited with their families. I had a role in this movie. It had lines and everything. The father even made an anti-aging device to get French Stuart back to his actual young age.
Oh, hey, Mrs. G. How's it hanging?
Oh.
Okay, I somehow doubt French Stuart looked like that as a kid.
No.
He can actually open his eyes.
Oh. Yep.
Soon the world will know our wrath. Mercy is for the dead. So that
Wow.
was Clockstoppers, and
It was okay.
it's really not that
Yeah.
bad.
It's
The
90s.
biggest flaw is probably its main characters, who were written a little too generic. And once in a while, there's a science detail that even in a kid's film is a little distracting. But the adult actors are a lot of fun, the idea is still creative, it has some inventive shots, and even the effects for the most part hold up pretty well. It's definitely a corny time capsule in both plot and identity, but as kids' action flicks go, it's okay. While there's a lot to make fun of, there's also a lot of fun to make too.
Fine.
So yeah, I know this isn't really as angry as you'd expect. But Nickelodeon still made The Last Airbender! Oh, never forgive, never forget! Oh! I'm the nostalgia critic. This was an angry review!
What?
I'm the same, though.
Yeah.
Good job, Doug Walker. Big man.
That was
Good one.
good.
I kind of want to see Clockstoppers now.
It's actually not bad. It's just not great. It's fine.
It's flawed.
A thing that happened.
Was it in 2001?
2000. Yeah.
Something like that.
I think 2002.
Early 2000s.
Oh man, dude. Quick shout out to the people at Google who do like the little like art things.
Oh,
man.
yeah, the Google Doodles?
You guys are great.
They're great.
Google Doodles, you guys are awesome.
They're really good.
2002.
2002.
Ah,
Nice
yeah, because
timestamp,
remember
bro.
I told you it was when I went and watched WrestleMania.
Oh, that's
18.
right.
Yep.
So,
Good lord.
An NSA funded QT.
Quantum Tech.
QT.
NSA. National Security.
Little did you know that all those nerds on internet forums talking about their anime QTs are actually talking about quantum tech. They're actually very, educated physicists. and
No,
things
don't.
like-
Just don't.
Don't give them any
Look,
credit.
stop giving credit to people who are rambling about how waifu is shit.
Listen, man, all right,
Don't do
sometimes
that.
someone just pulls the wrong trigger, bro. I'm just saying.
All right, so
Good
yeah,
lord, have mercy.
I don't no.
That was all right.
Yeah,
That was good.
okay.
It's okay.
I saw the film and it. In all honesty, it was just like me and my dad went in expecting one thing and we came out just like
I mean, yeah, it was cheesy.
pure cheesy kid film. Like we were expecting something a little better. I don't know.
Yeah, like a little meatier, I guess.
Yeah.
No, not meaty at all. It's for children.
No.
So yeah.
My dad wanted to see Resident Evil, but he was with a bunch of kids, so we saw Clockstoppers.
That's the same thing that happened with me, except I wasn't allowed in Canada.
Canada. I'm just kidding. Y'all are cool, man. Y'all are.
No, Canada's cool. I have no.
No, we were.
No,
not
I was in
Canada.
Canada.
We were in Virginia.
Yeah.
We were not here.
No, because you were like, I was in Toronto. Me too. And we're like, what?
I went to Toronto a whole lot later.
Yeah.
She's been to Toronto.
Is what I meant.
Or as the natives speakers in Toronto say, Toronto.
Oh, yo! Shout out to Northern Lion in Canada. How you doing, bro? Been watching your New Vegas series. You're a cool guy.
Also, Hamilton, Canada as well, because one of our
That's where Jason's from.
Huh?
That's where Jason's from.
Yeah, Jason. Yeah, that's where Jason Peskowitz
What's
is
up,
from.
Jason?
Also, shout out to the best friends.
Oh yeah, what's up, bro?
Hey.
Are we just shouting out Canadians? There's 11 million of them.
Yo, man,
Yeah.
I'm cool with shouting out every single one of them.
Okay.
Y'all are worth it. Y'all are worth
Okay,
it.
Googling something right now.
I'm pretty sure. Well, the last time I checked, it was 11 million. I don't know how many.
The only Canadians I know are in Florida.
Yeah.
Does that count?
35 million.
Okay,
Rip.
I can't count.
Wow, how long has it been since you checked?
A while.
How many
Please
did
tell me
she
it was
say?
like 2 weeks ago.
When did you say?
She said 11
Where
million.
did I get 11?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It's the government, man. Number 11. It all makes sense now. That's the number.
Whatever.
Okay.
Shout out to all 35 million Canadians.
Huh.
Especially
Freaking
those.
step up your game on the
Especially
shout out
those
levels.
currently looking for a new moon base.
Yes.
Ah.
You know who you are.
Okay.
We're looking out for you. We need
So
to get
all right, ladies and gentlemen, that was okay. That was actually better than I was expecting.
Yeah, I expected.
It still didn't hold up well.
No.
But I was like, anger?
There we go.
I don't know that he's going to be able to be angry.
I'm angry.
Airbenders, never forgive, never forget.
No,
Honestly,
never,
the last
ever,
Airbender was terrible.
ever forgive. Oh gosh.
Damn you, Shyamalan!
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Never saw it.
Be
It's
thankful.
terrible.
glad.
It was
The original
decent.
It
series
never
is good.
happened.
It
Never-
didn't happen.
Never saw it either.
Oh,
The original series is quite
really
good.
What I've heard.
It's a cartoon made for kids, but it made it real serious. Like it was.
Oh yeah. it
well,
was-
actually, that could be something we react to. Heck, if you want us to react to the Last
Oh, no,
Airbender
please don't make those noises.
television
You're scaring
series.
me.
It's
I'm very
basically,
excited.
it's
We
what
can do that
introduced
subject
people into the concept of like animated shows that were very like well written and actually had a good plot and were like
Yeah.
it was basically like introducing Westerners to anime in a good like if you
Yeah.
hadn't
in
heard
the
of
To,
first-
like-
anime.
in
to,
the
like,
first time
good
since,
anime.
Yeah.
since Sailor Moon.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Don't call Avatar an anime, freaking
Made in
morons.
America, stupid dickity. I'm just like, look, man, I don't want no problems. I'm just talking about video games.
Well,
and TV
it's-
I
shows.
mean,
We're just doing our thing, man.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway.
This was great.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I liked our big shout out to Canada, man. You guys are hype.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
straight
just
up.
like shout out to
To America's
Canada?
party hat.
The entirety of Canada. If you're from Canada,
party.
leave a
God, I
comment
forgot
down below,
about that
man.
one.
Let us know.
All right, yeah. If there's something else you want us to watch, let us know. Don't forget to check out Doug Walker. There's a link to the original video in
What
the
a
description
beast.
down below. The guy is almost at 1 million subs.
Oh man.
Dump
Gotta
it
get
Moment,
in.
he,
him
moment
there.
Channel Awesome gets there. Big celebration.
Dump them in, brothers.
Big
Let's
celebration.
get there.
Yeah,
Dude,
help him get there,
yes.
guys. So, anyway, signing off for the Renegades, I'm Nate.
I'm Cole.
I'm Ben,
I'm Elena.
Micah.
and this is Chico.
He's
Mhm.
getting salty.
Who's getting salty again.
And we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.
Thank you.